friends, this is the cast iron blank which was given to the making of a shaping operation. As per the sketch, we have to mark the 25 mm width of height and 3 mm depth. We have to make it mark. For that, we have to take the measurement of this size. So this is the 60 mm of the width. For this is the 60 mm of width, we have to maintain 25 mm in the center. So out of 60 mm, balance how much is 25 means 35 mm is there and this side and this side. 35 divided by 2 means 17.5. So that means from here to here we have to draw a line of 17.5 mm and the same width is here also we have to mark a 17.5 mm. So I will show you how to mark the line. First we have to set the vernier height gauge for a 17.5 mm. See here, this is the mm reading. So now the 0 is 10. So 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. So by that 17 you lock the adjustment screw and lift the marking gauge. So now it is moving upwards. You can see here. So the dimension is become 17.5. See here 15, 16, 17.5. So after 17.5 lock the screw and draw a line here. See here I am going to draw a line of 17.5 here. So reverse the workpiece and draw a same line. You got the point? See here, from here to here is 17.5, from here to here is 17.5. Total is 35. Out of 60, balance is 25 mm. So here also, in the back side also, you mark the same dimensions. So here also 17.5 and here also 17.5. Okay. So after that, we have to mark the 3 mm width in front of the object. So again we have to set the 3 mm here. See, you can see here. So I am moving downwards up to the 3 mm. Lock this screw and adjust exactly for the 3 mm. See here, you can observe here the markings block is moving upward and downward. I am going to adjust exactly for the 3 mm. See here, you can see here that is the 3 mm exactly coincide with the serum. So this is 3 mm, again you have to mark here. You can mark on both the side, no problem. It is better to mark on both sides. So one side here also you have to mark 3 mm. Okay. So now I have marked the workpiece for a 25 mm width and a 3 mm depth. Both the side I have to mark. So for this you have to make a center punch. After marking the lines, we have to punching witness mark has to be marked to identify the position of the workpiece and also reference point. So you can see I have made a 3-4 punches on this line and this side also have to make punches. Both the side we have to punch it. And depth also have to make it mark here. professor has been explained regarding the shaping machine. So you can see this is the shaping machine which we are going to use to produce a plane surfaces. Here a single point cutting tool has been mounted on the tool head of the ram. When the machine is switched on, the tool is fixed like this. Okay. After that, the workpiece has been fixed in the machine wise under the tool. Here, the tool is stationary, means hold in a firm position, and that workpiece has feed across the movement of the tool and material has been removed. So, we already explained that the tool is remove the material in the forward stroke only. That is known as the cutting stroke. When it is coming back, the material will not be removed. Hence, that is known as the idle stroke. Hence, we have to feed the workpiece when the tool is moving towards the front side. So that I will show you the actual working of the machine. First, after marking of the workpiece, we already marking has been shown, on the vernier right gauge, as well as punching is also carried out. After that, the workpiece has been fixed in the machine wise, and by using a handle, the work is tightened properly by using a hand tool. After holding that, we have to tap over the workpiece to sit properly in the vise. Then you bring the tool manually to the working area of the workpiece. See, now I am moving the workpiece toward that side. So then again the tool is manually moved by a ram. So when you rotate this wheel, gearbox wheel, the ram is moving forward or backward slowly. So now I bring the tool above the workpiece. The gap between the tool and the workpiece as minimum as possible. So now the tool is moving downwards. The tool has come to contact very slowly, but you should not touch the workpiece before starting the machine. Now the tool is very close to the workpiece. Before starting the machine, you have to make it all this preparation. That means work has been fixed, tool has to brought to the position. Then you switch on the machine. After that, we are going to give the cut by a tool head. Slowly, see, you can see the material has been going to remove. So after very cut, we have to feed the workpiece. See, now I am moving the workpiece this side. See, so you can see we have to move the tool towards the marking area. So we have to move very close to the line of marking. You can observe that the tool is moving exactly with the reference marking point. So you can see here the material has been removed very close exactly with the marking line of our marking line. After that, we have to move the tool towards this side. Again, we have to give the depth of cut around 0.5 mm. Around 0.5 mm depth of cut has been given. Again, switch on the machine and then feed the workpiece. This process has to continue up to the removal of the material to the marking level. After completion of this side, we have to move the tool towards that side. So that side also we have to repeat the same process. Again, brought back the tool to here position. I will show you now. So now tool is lifted and tool is moving forward and work is take it away from the center. Now the tool is very close to the very close to the workpiece. Again switch on the machine, give the cut. Here also the tool has to move up to the marking area. Also have removed the material to the marking area. This process has been repeatedly done to up to the level of this marking area. After that,